We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live.
Yes, we're live. Let's jump right into it, man. Akademiks found himself in a bit of a kerfuffle after he was sued for the award. And we're talking here about a civil suit, not a criminal lawsuit. RJ.
Yeah. And I mean, Ak has been going at it. First and foremost, he's been very vocal these days on his comments about Drake and Kendrick beef, the Drake and Kendrick beef. But then news came that he's also the subject of some of a lawsuit. And when people started commenting about it, he was like, "Hey guys, commenting about other people's lives is what I do. Now, if you want to do what I do, I'll show you how I'll handle how I'll handle it when people do what I do, because you guys don't do it with me." So it's very crazy. Hey guys, before you proceed, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button, follow us on our socials, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. KaiR.
Yes, man. We are talking here about a something that happened a couple of years back, I think, from what I understand. This is a story. People are throwing a lot of stuff. Right now, first of all, Big Ak is the big guy because he's been the number one guy in this Drake and Kendrick beef. He's been the reporter that has all the shine on him.
Mm-hmm.
All the eyes are on him. So I think that's also the timing of this lawsuit. He's the big kahuna right now. He's the big pot of money. And hey, when you're the big kahuna, you can expect some targets on your back. And yeah, the allegations come from his ex-girlfriend, Zaya Abashi. And I'm not that good with names, so I don't know if it's pronounced right. I've had problems throughout all shows with exotic names, so you can go back.
And non-exotic as well.
All names, actually. Yeah, you're trying to blow my spot here, RJ.
Yes, yeah.
I wanted to keep it only exotic, but hey, I guess what it is what it is.
It is what.
But anyway, Zaya is the one who sued Ak for allegedly a group situation. And this story, I was following this story already when it was a criminal allegation. It was, let's say, investigated by the police, and he handed some videos to the police for them to assess what happened. And according to him, his story, his part of the story, is that he was not that the DA decided not to prosecute him because there was nothing that happened relating to him.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I mean, we're talking about civil suit. The bar is much lower. RJ.
The bar is much lower because it's a different type of case, but you'd still need to prove perhaps more, because you have two things, right? You have like the incident, the action that is being claimed, which is like a wrongful act, for example, and you need to prove what the damages are. And so, yes, to what extent it is, the bar is lower, but at the same time, it's a different game. Civil lawsuits are completely different. They abide by different law rules. They abide by different rules compared to criminal cases. So you can't say this one is easier than the other. It's just like different. And so maybe in a criminal case, it would be, and I think that's also what you mean to say, in a criminal case, it would be very difficult to prove that there was the act had really taken place, right? The R had taken place.
Yeah.
You need to prove it. That's going to be very difficult, especially in a private setting, especially something that happened. When did this happen?
I think in 2022.
Yeah. So we're talking about 2 years ago.
There
It's
are video, but there is video about of the situation. So
okay. So, what can you tell? What can you tell me about the video?
so according to when it happened, when it happened, and after she claimed that she was art.
Mm,
Um, um. So the story goes as follows. He had to. By the way, this is a story about why you shouldn't have bum dudes at your home. If you have a home, you shouldn't have bum dudes at your home because they will get you hemmed up. So apparently, allegedly, what the story is that those dudes had a intercourse with her. Those dudes, they were at his home, and he was a girl he was messing with, and somehow, some way, those dudes they got drunk all together, but he was streaming, and those dudes did their thing with her.
the
That's what the
boys,
story goes. That's how the
the
story goes.
boys. Okay, okay, okay.
So the boys put in work on her, and then he found out afterwards. He sent her the video of the whole stuff because he was looking back at his
There's recordings.
surveillance videos, because
Mhm,
it's a surveillance video. It's not a Diddy situation where he's recording everything to extort people, or at
mm-mm.
least I
That's
don't
a
think so.
voyeur video.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's a
yeah, yeah,
different kind of
yeah.
video.
It's a different one. It's a different one. We if you wanted to hear us talk about the daily situation, don't forget to check our show of past Monday, where we kind of talk quite extensively about it. Anyway, so what we have here is a situation where allegedly they did their thing after she went home. Academics asked her, "What did you guys do?" She said, "We didn't do nothing." He sent her the video saying, "I can see you guys doing whatever you do." And then the whole R word story came to light.
Mm.
She went to the police. Police started the investigation. Um, they saw the video, did interviews, and concluded that it was all consensual. At least that's what he told back then. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't read
In the
any
stream, he probably
reports
said.
in the stream. Yeah, he basically explained everything what happened, because
Yeah.
people were saying he's about to get arrested. So he explained, and in general, Ack is quite open and transparent when
Yeah,
it comes to this stuff.
straightforward. Yeah,
He's
he's direct.
straightforward because he
When
he
it,
he rather do
yeah,
the M&M stuff. He rather burn himself than have you burn him.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he was telling this story about how everything happened, and yeah, he said the DA and police didn't find
Traces of
any
anything.
traces of R or whatever. And now we're here. He was covering the Diddy story. I can give you a small detail. This lawyer is also involved in the Diddy story.
Mm.
And guess which of the cases?
The Cassie case.
The Cassie case was closed by a successful lawyer.
The other two cases, the cases of the two other women that filed lawsuits
No,
against Diddy.
no, there is one other case. The case which we already were talking about, which we had our doubts about it, about the whole thing. And then you told the story about what's the actor's name who went on PBD Bot podcast? Cuba.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah. So it's the same lawyer as Lil Rod.
Lil Rod. I forgot about. Every time I hear his name, I start laughing.
Of course, who names himself? It's like calling yourself Lil
Lil
D
Diddy.
word. Lil Dicky. Well, there is a rapper called Lil Dicky, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so it's the same lawyer.
Mm.
And we know that, well, we've talked about that Lil Rod case It's a flimsy case. I'm not sure what happened, but there are some stuff where you ask yourself, is this true or isn't true? Is this true or is this not true?
Sorry, I did something. Yeah, yeah.
Is this true or is this not true? And here we are, where he's being sued by the same lawyer. According to Ack, and I don't know if that's true, according to him, the lawyer threatened him before already because he was covering the Diddy story quite extensively, even more than us. I mean, he's streaming every day, breaking down the Lil Rod case, and he wasn't sure if Lil Rod's case is a real one, whether there are lies in there being told. Well, what we do know is, I think you saw a video that Cuba went to PBD podcast, PBD, Patrick Bet David's podcast.
Yeah.
And according to, maybe you can tell the story better than me.
Yeah, he went to the podcast and they asked him about that infamous picture he had on one of Diddy's boats, or at least a boat.
Yeah, we covered that. We covered that. Quite funny, but go check that.
And it was an artist or a producer. I forgot who it was.
Lil Rod.
Picture was that Lil Rod?
That was Lil Rod, dude. That was Lil Rod. That was Lil Rod. He was touching Lil Rod on his leg.
Yeah. So the picture was indeed
it's normal.
The picture
lag, that
went that went viral. Was him. They were sitting next to each other, and he had his arms, one arm around his shoulders, and I think by it rested on his breastises, and the other
yes,
and the other hand was on Lil Rod's, I think, left thigh.
Yeah,
I think, and not on it. I think even, let's say, on the inside a bit, but
it was a bit on the inside.
Yeah, but on the knee area. But still, I mean, so it's not like all the way.
He was hugging him up.
Yeah, and so he went there and he showed Patrick Bet David, because the picture was taken with his phone, and before he showed Patrick, Cuba was saying that he was at a party and they said, hey, you know what, Lil Rod has a new song or a new track, come listen to it. And he went down because he said it was like an interaction with Lil Rod of maybe not even a minute, like 18 seconds or something. But he went there, he asked someone to take a picture. And you know, on iPhone, I know iPhone has it, when you can choose the dynamic picture, I think it's called.
Yeah, dynamic. Yeah.
So that you can see the movement that was made prior or after, right? Right before or right after. And so someone took the picture, and you can. He didn't show it to us, so the picture wasn't shown to us. The picture was shown to PBD, Patrick Bet David. But based on what they were describing, he only did this. He said like small, like good job, and then moved away. But they left it here, and this was this part. The internet is a cool place.
Hey, it's crazy. It's crazy. A frame, one frame.
Yeah, one frame. The frame that could damage his reputation the most. They said, okay, we're gonna use this one.
Oh man, hey, that's how things happen. So that's who the lawyer is. It's the Lil Rod's lawyer, and one thing about the Lil Rod case, and we didn't cover that on Monday, but Diddy is asking the court to remove that case because there's a lot of inconsistencies in it. But maybe that's something we can cover another show. So here we are. I think this story of Ack teaches us one thing. is that you have to be very careful who you invite at your home and have over, because that person can get you into a lawsuit.
Yeah. Yeah, Gary Owen also had that, right? Not a lawsuit, but the guy that used to open for him went on and told his now ex-wife about the affairs he had.
Yeah.
When did he do it? After Gary let him go. So where's the care package, guys? Where's the care package?
You
Hey,
start
this
believing in my care package theory.
yeah, your care package.
That's
Yeah,
my
can I
theory,
explain what
guys.
it is? The care package
Should I
theory?
should I explain it?
Yeah, yeah, I
So
do.
so my care package theory is when you're trying to separate from someone, um, uh, and it
In
could be
any instance,
in any
business.
instance, business or your girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, husband wife situation, whatever, you or your one night stand, um, you always make sure there is a care package there, whether it's $1 for the one night stand.
Yo, I thought it was a plan B.
well well well, that's for people like Walter Weeks. That's for fresh
Shout
type of
out to
dudes.
Walter, man. Shout
Who the
out to
heck
Walter.
shoots into one night stand? But
Yeah,
hey,
we
that's a
talked
great,
about it.
you should be locked up next to Diddy
Yeah,
if you start doing that. Start shooting up the club of one night stands. You better know. Now she's a mother of your kid. Anyway,
yeah.
won't be the first, won't be the
But
last person.
no.
But you make sure there's always a package for that person, so they don't feel like they've been taken advantage of, or they try to double back on you.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and also, you have to. It's also the best to also have a written agreement that a person, an NDA. Let's call it an NDA. So you give them the care package, but with the care package, you get the NDA signed, and then everyone is happy because that person, um whether it's the girlfriend, your ex-wife, because of course people will try to damage you after they leave, because they
yeah.
feel, uh, they might not feel as good about themselves even if you treat them well. People are very, they don't like when they,
Vengeful.
yeah, revenge. Yeah, I didn't want to use that word, but okay, revenge. For a lack of a better word, revengeful. Yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they want to have revenge on you. Like the Gary Owen situation. The guy was let go. You're not here anymore. Well, in that case, you should have. Well, you can always sign an NDA afterwards, but you tell them thank you for your services. Here it is, $1,000. I know your ribs are touching. I know, and I know you need to feed your kids. I know you have no skills, so you cannot work anyplace else. Sign here on the dotted lines, and I will give you 500 now, 250 in 10 months, and 250 in 2 years, for example.
Yeah.
Everyone happy.
Yeah.
In
And it
short.
needs to be yeah, it needs to be and that's the thing as well, right? At least this is always the tricky part with care packages. It should always go with an NDA or something else of that nature. Not always. I know it can always happen, but if it's possible, if it's something big, you do it with the NDA. So with the money, the person needs to feel that what he or she received is actually more than what that person expected. And for your protection, NDA would be very good to have. I give you this, but you need to sign an NDA because there needs to be a reason why I'm giving you the money, and so on and so forth. And you don't need to call it an NDA. You can also call it a termination
Agreement.
agreement
Yeah.
with an ND with the NDA clause. So
Yeah. But here you have a situation where a bunch of bum dudes were running amok in your house, running amok on your side chick, and then she says she didn't do it, and you confront her. I'll say this, and I like
So those
Ack
are
as a person. I really like Ack as a person. He might be sometimes a very um people not don't like him because the way he talks and the way I like him as a content creator. But one of his biggest flaws is he likes to hang with bums.
right. Why do you
And
think that is?
I
It's
have
like
no
people he
idea.
grew up with from the past, from people he knows from childhood. Or
I don't know if it's that or whether it's because he's in hip hop where you find yourself a lot more with certain types of people, or whether that's the access he has because he's streaming a lot. I don't know what that reason is, but the thing is, the at a certain point you need to make a choice because not I think it's 2 years ago he also was there was this video released of him having a verbal interaction with a woman in a lobby. I don't know if you
yeah, that
remember
was after the
remember that.
Fresh and Fit. Yeah, that was a Fresh and
Yes,
Fit. Yeah,
yes. To me, then it's me. I'm a bum myself. If you guys didn't know, just make sure look here inverse balling from my mama's basement, just to make sure I'm inverse balling.
everyone. Yeah.
But I wouldn't let anyone come into my basement, wherever it is. Another thing as well is I avoid people that don't listen to instructions. So if I give you an extra instruction, you don't do whatever that instruction is, I will bounce.
Yeah.
Because if someone doesn't listen to instruction, that tells you a lot about that person and what you can expect in the future. In that situation with him and the girl in the lobby, she was trying to fight. No decorum at all. She was trying to fight. From what I understand, if I can remember correctly, she was trying to fight one of the bodyguards of Fresh and Fit. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
The female, they have a female, they have female
Yeah. Yeah.
bodyguards
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
Fresh and
Yeah.
Fit.
Yeah. So I think that I liking and not liking someone. It's I don't know who Ak is in person. I don't know who he is, etc. But what I like
I said it,
about
content
l-
creator.
yeah, yeah. So as a personality, his personality I like. He's straightforward. He can talk about anyone, and he can even like someone or support someone and still say, um, I think so. He can be biased, but at
Yes.
the same time, if there's something, but it's not biased to a fault. I mean, we
Yeah.
all have bias, but some people will take a position and defend it on their own, man. And no, they're wrong. It's clear that they're wrong, and they'll keep defending it. With Act, I feel like you can still discuss some things with him, and he has very strong opinions.
Yes.
But if he really feels that, let's say someone he rocks with, yeah, just use that. I was gonna use the we don't cuss here. If someone he rocks with,
It rhymes with the other word.
someone he rocks with, has if he feels so he can say nine things good about this person, but if he believes that something that person did is wrong, he'll talk about it as well.
Yeah.
And so that's what I like about it. But I do think that the energy, because on all the things his live streams, man, Diddy, all the I think Chicago as well, right?
Back in the days, yeah.
um Back in the days, yeah. What's I had one.
Shrek.
I had one. Wait. This Mac the Stallion,
Oh,
Tory
that
Lane.
was a crazy thing. That was a crazy time as well.
I
Tory
don't know if he
Lane's
also
man.
did. I don't know if he also did YSL, but you know,
Right.
and you know,
As well.
so
What?
and yeah, I don't know.
That
But so
shows
he does. Yeah, he does so many things, and so that's always my concern. Is how he moves. I always think, hey, you know what? He's making a lot of enemies as well. And so
Yep.
maybe, and I said all that to say, maybe those guys in the house are there to do something about it.
Oh. Hey, they tried to backdoor him, by the way, a while back.
I thought he wasn't there in the. I thought he was live streaming.
No, not this one. Not as. Oh man, oh man, I was gonna respond, give you a serious response as well.
Ah, yo, I thought you said you. I thought he said. I thought you said.
No. Oh my god, I was
I,
gonna give you a serious response, but the story goes so apparently there was. This is why the. That's why I said he likes to hang with bums. Um, and maybe he likes people and he trusts people too much, because I don't know if you heard this story. There was this female friend of his ex-girlfriend.
mm-hmm,
She was invited to the home.
mm-hmm.
This girl le- left
Oh
a
yeah,
couple of doors open at his
yeah,
house.
yeah,
At his house.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
To
yeah.
his luck, his girlfriend went around the house and checked all the doors and closed them all. But that
Mm-hmm.
same night, two guys came with a Draco ready to pop off.
Wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that story. Yeah.
Everyone got locked up. So they found the guys. They locked up the girl as well as a. I think it's accessory probably, but um. So this is, if you're hanging with these type of people, the affiliation, it's a crazy situation. She knows she's a bum, she knows another bum, and that bum knows more bums, and all bums come together and try to hem you up, get you into trouble. So I hope, I'll be honest, I hope this is not true. I don't think, it's hard to say because it's always, some people might not tell the whole story. I don't think Eck withheld any information, but if he did, yeah, that's a bad on him. But I hope it's not true what happened, and yeah, I'm wishing him all the luck in this lawsuit. I think he should shut up about this lawsuit. I think he's not talking about it, so it's good for him legally, because this is taking another turn. And I assume, because of how litigations usually go, he'll settle later down the road. I think that, because I mean, once you get into into that room and they start asking questions, and they start subpoena your phone, because he has a lot of stuff on his phone. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. They're gonna ask questions about things you might not, about criminal activities of rappers, and then they start getting into things that you might not want to get into in front of a camera at a deposition, because the depositions, you cannot predict where the deposition goes. So I
No,
think
you
he'll
can't.
settle. You can't, right?
No, you can't.
You can. So
Because
so
once that can of worm opens up and all the
yeah.
questions, yeah. And what's also interesting, KR, is because I'm always wondering how can Act know so many things, and how do people know so many things about each other? The world is a big place. The US is a big place. These artists can have anyone they want, but it seems like they're all sleeping with the same women, and these women talk to one another. It's like and Ak is like, what's his name? The unsolid guy in Game of Thrones.
Oh,
There
I
was a
haven't
guy
watched Game of
yeah, no,
Thrones.
no, but he knew all the information. I forgot his name. Any case, he knew all the information, and that
Uh,
was because and no one understood how he knew it. He always said, "Yeah, a little bird, my little bird told me." Well,
hmm.
in the series, those birds they were just like so kids playing around, and he would say, "Hey, you know what? Go play around there and see what they're talking about, and then come tell me." But as a game, and he would tell them. So
Yeah,
those were
yeah.
his little birds. Well, I guess X little birds are these women. He's like, put you
There
in
are birds
position.
as well. They are
There are
actual
birds as
birds.
well. Yeah, yeah. We wouldn't mind you flipping a bird in them for some change.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll see how it develops. I think at the end we'll have to settle because if you get into that deposition, it can get ugly real quick. It can get ugly real quick. So yeah, I think unless unless the judge smashes this one to pieces before it gets that far. But hey, time will tell. Time will tell. How did Daddy say? Daddy say the truth. What did I'm gonna use Daddy's line for this one? Daddy said, "Time tells truth." Let me show. Daddy said it. Time tells truth. Let's see how that happens, man. Okay, let's close this part. Let's go to the next part, RJ.
Yeah. Yes.
Reddit stories.
Going to the Reddit story of today, guys. Before we proceed with the Reddit story, remember to hit that like button, follow us on our socials, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. The Reddit story of today goes as follows. The question is to the listeners and to you, KR, listeners, viewers. Should you respect all your kids' boundaries? Should you respect all your kids' boundaries? I don't know what your
Hmm.
thoughts are about that. But the story goes as follows. My wife of 39 and I, 36, have a daughter. Well, technically, it's his stepdaughter. She's studying, right? She came back after her first year at the uni and picked up a new and problematic issue since she was last home for an extended period of time surrounding laundry. Basically, she established a boundary where nobody is to touch her clothes. Reasoning is that she's concerned something will go missing and thinks it's just gross for us to go through her stuff. And it's an adult who deserves privacy.
Hmm. Or she
Okay.
doesn't want you to find her
Yeah.
powder
Yeah.
package.
The issue is that has a habit of monopolizing washing facilities to the extent where we're effectively prevented from being able to get any laundry done. For example, last weekend she put a wash in before work, hung it out on the line at around 11 a.m. She left for work at 12 p.m. And came back at 10 p.m. Her wash was dry within an hour, and obviously she wasn't going to be back all day. We had a few days worth of washing to get through. So my wife, her mother, took everything off the line and folded it. We got through 5 other loads that day. She was not happy when she got home and said that she's been very clear that we weren't to touch her things. We when we explained the situation above, she said it was first come first serve. Can you imagine that, Care? And that since the next day was due to be nice, also, we should have just waited to get through
Ah!
it the next day. We offered her a weekly laundry day where we'll avoid using the machine so she can have freedom to do as she pleases on the day. But she
Jesus
said
Christ.
once a week, but she said once a week just won't cut it.
Mm.
Fair enough. But there are 5 other people in the house that need clean clothes, bedding, and towels. Other than that, all we can really suggest is that she keeps on top of her washing. If she's at home, we'll ask her to clear her clothes from the machine. But like any 19-year-old, she has a social life and work commitments and is often busy. Now
Mm.
she's upset. She's upset because she says we're not respecting her boundaries, whereas we've pointed out that while we don't move my clothes, um, pointing out that while don't move my clothes and quote is objectively reasonable, it's not fair for her to do so at the inconvenience of everyone else in our home. We normally have a good relationship with her, so this is a little bit unusual. We've asked her if everything else is okay, and she says yes, and seems otherwise normal in and of herself. And she's normally reasonable. So are we being unreasonable? Yes or no? KR.
No, I don't think so. You're dealing with a house of they said five, so I think it's six people. If you need to wash your clothes, that's understandable. But if others need to use the same facilities, you should be flexible enough to understand that sometimes people might have to remove your stuff in order to hang other clothes. That's really simple. One thing my mom used to say when I was, oh no, well, by the way, I'm still at home, but almost slipped on almost slipped right there. I'm still in my mama's basement. What she always said is if you want privacy, full privacy,
Get the
me
F
not
off
being
of my.
in business, you shouldn't be at home because it's my home first.
Yeah.
Question is she paying rent? Maybe that can become a situation where she can say, okay, you have to abide by my privacy because I also pay for the rent. I contribute, let's put it this way. I contribute to
Mhm.
the rent. I contribute to the family fund. Even then, dude, it's if you want full privacy, you have to go. That's crazy. If you're sitting at your mom's home and you say, um, I need my privacy. Yes, you need your privacy, but you're also living with seven other people, so there is limits to your privacy. That's how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. What I think is, KR, no, let's reverse the role and look at this. Yeah, let's assume that this 19-year-old woman, girl, is the owner of the house.
Uh-huh.
And the parents with the 3 other kids come stay with her.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that a girl like that, a woman like that, would accept the parents doing the same thing to her and demanding the same thing of her than she is demanding now? I don't think so.
She won't accept it because she's the owner.
It just exactly. So why are the parents doing this? I believe this is the whole. This is this is one of the consequences of the treating
Friends.
everything with kid gloves. Oh no, please
Mm.
don't do that. No, it's okay. Boundaries, yes, you need boundaries, but you are free to say, hey, this is my boundary.
Yeah.
But As someone said, and then we can proceed to the next topic, KR, because one of the comment, um, and guys, please, of course, let us know in the comment section below what you think. Let us know what you think as well. If you agree with our take or disagree with our take. If this someone says this is insane, so this is one of the reactions. You can respect her boundaries, but she needs to work within your rules and schedule.
Yep.
She can't just dictate something then make it impossible to go about your own business. It's ludicrous. Ask for her
Luda.
input. Ask for her input on the so a couple of things. One, ask for her input on timing, but being clear that there are 6 people living in the house and she gets the equivalent of 1/6 of the available time. Well, that's very good one. Ask for her input. 2, if she fights it, assign her a time. Assign her a time. Okay, if you don't want to work, then I'm telling you between 10 and 12, you're gonna wash
Yeah, sounds
all your
reasonable.
clothes. If you don't respect the time, then you need to go out of the house or go wash it somewhere else. Go to a dry cleaning.
Wash it by hand.
Wash your while you're doing
Old
it.
school. Oh no, I can't say what I just thought. I can't say it. Some things you gotta better keep to yourself.
Okay. I think I know
I can't
what
say
I
it.
have an idea what you could have said, or at least what you could have said inspired something that I would say. However, what I want to say is also inappropriate. So I think it's a good way to just say, guys, let us know in the comment section what you think about this situation, whether you agree or disagree. I think with that being said, KR, we can move on. Don't you agree?
Yes, I do agree. Uh let's continue with the next topic, which is Dolton. Board makes new move against Supermayor Tiffany Henyard. We've been talking about Tiffany since, well, for a very long time now. She's the second topic of today. No, we're not laughing about the topic. I sent him the joke I was about to make. Um, yeah. Do you agree? I couldn't say that, right?
Um,
Yes. Yes, he can. Yes, he agrees. He agrees.
it's good.
Anyway,
It's
it's
a
a
joke for
point.
you.
It's a good joke, but
Yeah.
it's like the
On
first
so
joke I
uh,
made.
on so many
Um,
levels. On so many
It's
levels.
so far on many levels. Maybe we should do a R-rated version of this show. Guys, let
Yeah,
us know in the comments if you want the R-rated version of this
yeah, but
show.
not on
You
YouTube.
have to pay for it. It's not gonna be
Yeah,
free
yeah, it's
like
not
this
gonna
show.
be on YouTube now. No.
It's not gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be on Patreon, some off-brand stuff.
Yeah,
And you have
just
to pay
talk. Just
100 a month to get that.
okay. We'll let's discuss pricing module first. Let's just go throwing out
100 a month.
throwing.
I need to price it right. I need to price. I can't say 1,000, so I need to price it at 100 from
Alright, cool.
100. But
Alright, cool.
anyway, all jokes aside, guys, Tiffany Henyard, she's been a pain in the ass for the Dolton board for a long time already. They want her out. They've been trying to get her out, and the story is that the story that was released last week is that the Dolton board has appointed a mayor pro tempore to serve in place of the mayor, Tiffany Henyard, should she refuse to execute her duties. What does that mean? There are allegations from the Dolton board that she's only at one of the 2 meetings a week. But you need, I mean, the activities of this sorry, the activities of the mayor and the board have to continue. They have to pay the bills, etc. They cannot do that all in one meeting. as she's only attending one of the two meetings, they need someone to replace her.
Mhm.
RJ.
That's one way to go about it. I mean, she vetoes every attempt to limit her powers temporarily or influence.
You're wrong.
Why is that?
She vetoes everything that's against a black woman.
The f- the ironic thing is she's saying y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all attacking a black woman. And if you look at the room,
All black
almost
people.
everyone, if all black people sitting in the room,
Hey,
like
she's gonna be a
this,
legend. By the end of this year, she's gonna be a legend. A
this has
legend that's
nothing to
locked
do
up.
with
Okay.
this has nothing to do with black and white. This has something to do with
Corruption.
mismanagement and corruption.
Corruption.
Y'all,
You
yeah,
don't
man.
understand it, but okay, yeah.
No, man, but yeah, so it's very interesting to see how this will go about. It makes sense. There's a logical
I
reason
can tell
why.
you how it will go.
Yeah, there's a
But
logical
I'll
reason
let
why.
you finish and then I'll tell you how it will go.
Yeah, there's a logical reason why you would want someone to, let's say, sit in her place while she is at another meeting or in another location on another location. But of course, that person needs to be. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Do they get to appoint someone, or will she need to appoint it? Because if she needs to appoint it,
You wanna cut you want to cut the line because I was gonna respond. I can
okay,
tell you
go
what's
go ahead,
gonna happen. I'll tell you what will
go
happen.
ahead, go ahead, go
She'll
ahead.
veto it. She'll veto this one. She can veto it. So it's
But what
whatever
I'm
move
thinking,
whatever
but what
move the board makes, she will veto. So yeah.
But you know what I think, Kier? I think it wouldn't surprise me that this is a strategy that they are using as well to let her veto everything, because then they can use it against her as well. Because that's also because then she'll, let's say, if not if when the case um, is ongoing, right? It can be used against her because they'll say, "Hey, Lori Lightfoot was
You
sent to
veto that.
investigate was, was sent to investigate her.
Who's Lori
She's
Lightfoot?
wait. What's it? What do you call her again? The chipmunk or something?
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Oh my
But
god.
Beetlejuice, let's say Lori Lightfoot, yeah, someone's here to investigate you. You're saying, yeah, okay, but I'm not, I veto. She's not going to get paid. Veto.
Yeah.
And then you
She
keep
vetoed
vetoing.
that. This is crazy, dude. What are
And
we
if she could, and if she can veto the investigation, she'll do it as well. So, but
Yeah.
this will all be used against her to show how she misused her powers. Because a
Yep.
veto, you have a veto, you have a veto right. That veto right means that no matter what anyone says out there, you can stop. You can stop a emotion. You can stop a something from happening or change from happening.
Yeah.
But you'd still need to have valid reasons, or else you're just misusing your seat. And at least that will be how it will be presented in court.
I don't think it looks good for her though. Because at the end of the day, I do think you're right on this. This might be really a out of war situation where they are basically baiting her to make these moves, the veto, and then later on, you might be right on that. I didn't think about that, but I think this could be it. Yes,
Yeah.
with of course the Fed sending subpoenas now.
Hmm. Yeah. So
It's
it's over for her. It's over.
it's very over. It's very over.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's
And we'll
go
see
to
in
the next topic.
2024. Yeah, man. Let's go.
2024. It's the year of the truth.
Cat Williams
Oh
was
man,
spot
Cat was
on.
on point. Spot on. Spot on. City Girl Mayor 2.0. Macon-Bibb
2.0.
candidate Shekita Williams. Yeah, Shekita
I don't
Williams.
know. Okay, tell me about her. Don't know about her.
Let me
Maxwell.
share.
Shakira Maxwell.
What did I say? Yeah, Maxwell, yeah.
I thought you said Williams.
Oh, I don't know. Well, maybe I misread something. So Shekita Maxwell is a candidate for the Macon-Bibb uh, m- mayor election. Let me
Mhm.
share my screen. This is her, and there are so many cases surrounding her. She's being accused of.
Another one.
She's being accused. She's been locked up a couple of times. She's been arrested for. I cannot even show how she's facing battery charges.
Battery
I cannot
charges.
show. Yeah, I cannot show the video, but there is a video where you can clearly see her um, um, attacking an employee of her old apartment complex, and she has a couple of situations. According to her, she received an anonymous 3K donation to her campaign.
Okay.
Do you know how she received that?
No.
All cash.
Mm.
Is this a Baltimore
It's a
situation?
no, no, no,
Where?
no, 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 no.
Okay, okay.
What? No, no, no. The cash thing, there's an explanation, KR.
Oh, I see where you're going. I see where you're going.
Fannie
It
Willis,
has to do with
Fannie Willis
someone in
says
Atlanta.
it's a black thing.
It's a black thing. Okay, okay. It's a black donation.
That's what Fannie
So,
Willis
so,
said in the
so
case.
someone took it out of from under their bed.
Yeah, and of
3K
course and I joke
in
of course, but
dollars.
yeah, but of course but these things taking money in cash is always it always um it's a reason for the authorities to start investigating, depending on how much money. Where did the money go? How did the money move? That's what got Fannie Willis in. Well, I want to say, yeah, in trouble. Not, I don't
They're
know
still,
if I
by the
want to say
way.
in, yeah, in
Next
trouble,
week
but
we'll cover her. But
yeah, but not say not in trouble. But that's what they're saying. Hey, you're saying you did this, but you're saying you paid it cash. You want to avoid mismanagement of funds, and on the one hand, so money of the government going to other people, but you also want to avoid dirty money basically being washed through the government.
yes, that's one thing you have. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember. This is a classic series, The Wire, where
Of
one
course.
of the candidates, played by she, I can't remember the actor's name.
Yeah.
He was also in the government, and he was getting
Yeah, yeah.
donations
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
from. Yo, you could have almost smelled the crack smoke of those dollars. They were coming straight from the hood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
His driver was picking up the money at the
Clay.
stash house. That's crazy.
Yeah. Clay Davis. Yeah,
Clay
yeah.
Davis. Yes,
Clay
that's the name.
Davis.
She.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah, yeah.
classic. He's that was a great a choice of actor for that role. But
Yeah.
yeah, 3K in cash, and there are a lot of allegations with her. She's not clean, so she's the only one who's
But
gonna run
yeah.
against the current mayor. And
But no. Finish your thought.
the the election is on the general election is on the 21st of May. So we'll see if we have another subject for our current shows the upcoming months.
Yeah, I was just gonna remark mark that I believe this county is also in Georgia.
Macon-Bibb, yes, GA, yeah.
GA, yeah. Okay.
Are you alleging something? Could she be a cousin of a DA that's in that region?
I'm just
Is
saying.
that what you're trying to say?
I'm just asking if I yeah, okay. I mean, there's a lot of things going on in Georgia and Chicago. That's what I'm saying. Those
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
those seems to be the now I also have to say that let's be fair to um
To her or to
no,
Fanny?
like in general, no,
Okay,
not
in
in
general.
general. So in general, um news outlet, I mean, once a topic is hot, similar topics are automatically gonna get picked up. So now that the city
Yeah,
girl
and
mayor
in
and the
an
city
election
girl
year, they call that usually it's when the black man gets popped. But okay, it's
all right.
it's a pattern I've seen.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It started already.
It did.
It
It
started
did. Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
RIP to everyone who will be popped this year and find themselves the picture on
Oh,
the
come
TV
on, man.
screen. No, I'm trying to help our viewers. They should be aware of these stuff, right? Because it
Yeah.
happens. Being very careful in this year.
Yeah. And also, guys, everyone that's blowing against bullying. It's gonna be a
Don't,
tough year.
don't.
It's gonna be a tough year. Oh, the fact that these
By the
things are
way, I saw an
happening.
article. I need to read an article about that guy. There are
All
some
right.
things being. They found a letter.
All right.
I want to read what's on
Yeah,
that
yeah,
letter.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
everyone can write a letter and
That's
pop
what
you
I'm
in the head
saying.
and put the letter on your chest with a knife. You knife yourself and then pop yourself.
Oh man.
Oh, this is horrible. Hey man, let's continue with the
Yeah.
next topic. Hey,
That's
this is
one.
the
Yeah.
end of the topics
Yeah.
for the general
Okay.
topics of today.
Yeah.
Let's go to the short thoughts, where we basically discuss trending topics and we give short opinions on them.
Yeah. Let's keep these one short, real short.
Real short. Okay, okay, okay. Let's start with attacker who tried to ambush couple poked 7 times. So karma comes in different forms, and this is probably the worst the worst way of a karma. So the story is as follows. This was in New York. A guy walked behind a couple. The couple was walking with their dog, and he basically attacked the couple. And yeah, during that attack, a knife was pulled out, and he was poked 7 times. So an attacker turned into a victim real quick. He survived it, so he's not with in the bosom of the Lord yet. But if he keeps doing this thing, he might be unlucky, and this might be this next end. RJ,
Yeah, man. Karma does come in various ways, and oh man, didn't expect this one. Can you imagine, Kiara, how long he planned it? He planned where to stand. He planned what to do. I don't know if this was like something that it like targeted specific, so that he targeted them specifically, or whether he was hiding somewhere and waiting to see where the, let's say,
he
easy
walked from
prey is.
behind him. It was
Yeah,
it was daylight at
yeah.
day. He was
So
walking
that means
behind him. He
yeah,
threw
but that
away
means that it
his
was
jacket,
yeah,
and then he walked towards him. So he really targeted them.
yeah. So he was walking up, no, but what I'm saying is he didn't. It's not like he was, let's say, um, how do you say? It's not like he was.
They were known to him or something like that.
Yeah, like that he's been like stalking them for weeks and
No,
something. It
no.
was more
There's
like,
nothing.
okay,
There's nothing being said of that in the article.
yeah, no.
No.
So he planned all those things and then got poked 7 times. Hey, should have been should have been doing.
The wrong one.
That's the wrong
He
one. Yeah.
attacked the wrong
So,
one.
yeah.
Second one. Aftermath of the Chinese safari park tiger attack. I don't know if you recall that tiger attack a couple of years ago. There was this tiger attack where a female, and let me see if I can find a picture of
Yeah,
it
I
because I
remember.
cannot show you the full tiger attack. Give me a second. Um, most people recall this frame where she basically they were in a safari. The woman, this was in China. The woman was in a car with a family, decided in a safari with wild animals walking free, decided to leave the vehicle, walk around, and I don't know, no one knows what she was what point she was trying to make. But as she was trying to talk to her husband who was driving, she was attacked and dragged from out of the frame by a tiger. Following that, her husband went after her, trying to save her, and her mom, who was sitting in the back seat, ran as well and tried to save her. In that situation, she survived, but the mom passed away,
Mm, sad.
sadly. But that's not all. I didn't know this part of the story. She sued the safari for
Oh,
400,000
come
for
on.
for 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 the
You
deletion of
stepped.
the mother.
Yeah, yeah. You stepped out. You were at a safari with wild animals, and they were walking. So KR, when you go to a zoo, let's even talk about safari. When you go to a zoo, you have the cages where you can just walk freely because the animals are caged. Something to be said about that as well. Whether we want to keep doing that, yes or no. And and sometimes some places have like the wild areas, and then they tell you, okay, step in, get in the car, get in the truck, don't get out. It's you just drive, right? Okay. If you hear the word safari, you know that these animals are walking freely.
You're the one that's caged in your
You're the
car.
one that's caged. Yeah. Yeah. So it's it's mind-boggling. I'm flabbergasted when I hear things like this. That someone does some stupid thing because of your stupidity. Your mom, who tried to protect you and to help you and save you, passed away. And instead of taking accountability and ownership for what you did, you decide to sue the zoo because it's the zoo's fault. Come on, man.
Yeah, she claimed that the waiver she signed was not clear enough that she should stay in the car.
Okay.
Well, uh, she bit the dust because the Chinese court said we have a brain. They didn't say that, but I think that's what they said. Uh, Probably. It was thrown out. So that's the aftermath of that situation. I didn't know this until like a week ago. I happened to run into this information. I thought maybe this was a good topic to talk about because I mean a lot of people do things and then they don't take accountability for what they do. And this is a situation where when everyone can learn from.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. It's a
Good man.
shame.
That's all. It's a shame for the mom. Maybe the mom knew her own kid as a stubborn girl and the stubbornness has cost you your life. Sometimes you gotta say to your kid, "Sayonara." Oh no, that's Japanese. I don't know the Chinese term.
Hey guys, thank you for sticking with us to the end. Whatever thoughts or letters in the comment section below. Remember to hit that like button, follow us on our socials, and don't forget to like, at least subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. It's been a pleasure, and until next time,
Peace.
peace.
Rooftop 5, you're smoking on.